what's going on YouTube. This is Wednesday night, like 11 p.m. right now. Came for the night walk, man. Look at this jumbo size of lemonade. Really tasty, really delicious, really sweet tea. Really I had to cut this one off. I always say this shit. Look at this background. Bunch of things are going on here. Looks really good, you know. And this afternoon I was talking about something. Yeah, pushing from all the direction. What do I mean by that is, you know, most people have entitlement and they don't do the low level things. I was also mentioning about the Will Smith and Rock and all these guys, and also some other guys, you know, don't want to come to Instagram and other platforms because they have this entitlement of being a big star, but they think that going to the new platform like Instagram and Snapchat and all these platforms make them look really bad. So they are stuck in the entitlement that people put in them because they don't want to look like a beginner, you know. So other people are getting advantage of this. They don't want to go low, so pushing from opposite direction, you know, like it's yeah, they achieved a lot, but they could have much more greater, like let's say Tom Cruise has this he's a big actor, but he's not willing to go down like Will Smith going in the Instagram, you know. If he can go there, he can be real. People say things like they are really popular and they are really achieved everything, but there's much more you can achieve, you know, like there's much more. So to do that you have to have the humility. If you can have the humility, you can have most of the things, like much more, because if you stuck with your entitlement and shit, you are limited to certain level, you know. That's why humility, not being afraid to look like a piece of shit, not being afraid to start from the bottom again, like Instagram, having like few followers, shouldn't be afraid of that, man. If you look at this YouTube channel, I have 5 subscribers right now. I don't give a fuck, and I don't even want to gain subscribers in a you know, other way, like you know, trying to shortcut method and all stuff. I'm waiting for 1,000 because I cannot monetize my channel right now, due to having 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. But I can do that if I want to. Like I can do that in shortcut way by going to all the Facebook platforms and stuff. But I don't want to do that. I will wait for organically. I will wait for that, because whenever you go for something for the sake of the end result, let's say you are going for the YouTube thinking like you had to gain million subscribers. That's your achievement. You had to gain million in a year. If you are going like that, you are gonna be your actions are going to be different than if you just go for the sake of putting content every day. That's why, you know, most people are stuck. Like most people want their songs to be really popular in the first hit, so they spend a lot of time rather than putting out song often, and don't give a fuck about the end results, you know. Like whenever you have this expectation, like you should hit a million YouTubers, you should hit you should have this much amount of subscribers, you should get this much amount of like, and if you don't get that, you get upset. So when you have those things, you're not willing to look like a piece of shit. That's what I'm saying. Like you should be able to push from opposite direction. You should be able to be greatest of all time, and even if you reach that level, greatest of all time, you should be able to go down level, like look like a piece of shit, and starting from the bottom as well. When you have the humility, you can do much more thing than stuck with those entitlements. That's what I mean by that. And today I'm going to talk about where does the happiness come from. happiness basically comes from doing whatever the fuck you want to do. What do I mean? Let's say you have a relationship. Let's say you have a relationship. Your girlfriend have a certain imagination. This is how my boyfriend's supposed to be, and she's controlling you to not to do certain things. But let's say your thing is your self-awareness. Like your thing is achieving a lot of things and putting so much hours of works and stuff like that. So you don't spend much family time. So you are like stuck right now. You are in a bad, unhappy life because your girlfriend is like that. Your girlfriend is expecting you to be like that, and you are going out of these things. So you guys gonna have problems. And also, like let's say you have a job, and you get a job like a very well-paid job, and you okay, in the first you're pumped about the job because you're getting a lot of money, and you buy all the dumb things like brand name cars, houses and everything, and you're stuck with the mortgage and the car loans and the expensive things. Like people like to buy all the expensive things when they have the money, because like, so when you create those kind of lifestyle around you, and you realize you're making your job is making you sick, you want some change, but you cannot afford to go to the change because you're stuck with your bills and all this stuff. That's why they lose happiness. They don't like, most people don't consider happiness as the main thing. That's why they live a miserable life and then they die. Because if you target happiness, everything comes to you, even money, it comes to you, and you will be happy with the money. But if you target money, you are going to be unhappy without you even realizing. Because when you target money, you build a lifestyle. You know what I mean? The lifestyle is going to be you buy a bunch of things and stuck with those bills, and that doesn't afford you to you won't be able to afford to get out of those expenses. That's what I mean by that. So how can we prevent that? Get a partner according to your self-awareness. Like if you want to do all these things, and you have to have a partner, he or she should be ready to let you do all these things, like ready to accept you for 100% of yourself. That's how you have to get a partner, not just for beauty, not just for the hot chick. If you go for that and you do all these things and she get pissed off, you're not spending time with her like for her hotness, beautiful, like because bunch of people are ready to spend time with her, and she's gonna cheat on you, and you're gonna have problems, unhappy life. You're gonna be vulnerable if you choose like that. So you have to choose your partner according to your self-awareness, like what makes you tick, and you have to design based on that. That's what I'm saying. And also, the job should be what makes you happy, and you should be able to live from the income you're getting from that. Like wanting less stuff, wanting less stuff. You want to live somewhere you can rent, and if you want to eat food, you can eat shit for a while until you get good money. Like you don't need a car if you are poor. You don't need a car. You can get the public transportation. You are in control, man. Design it very like simple life, and do what you love and live off of that. And after you develop from that, then you can consider buying big things. But if you go and get a job, expensive job, like a well-paid job just for the sake of money, and you buy all these dumb things, and you realize the job making you miserable, and you cannot change your job, you're stuck with the bills, you're going to be really unhappy. That's why going toward the happiness is the best choice than going toward the money, because when you go toward the money, you're going to lose happiness most likely. As long as you let's say if you're going toward the money and that job make you happy, then you're really lucky. But if you're just going toward a job just for the money, you're stuck, man. Going toward the money, but wanting less stuff at the time. So let's say you go toward a well-paid job, you don't buy these dumb cars, you just live a basic life, and you save the money, and then you quit the job and invest it on the thing you like the most. That's the best decision, because you sacrifice certain amount of time for the thing you want to do, and you put the money and you grow it bigger. Good choice. But if you just go there and buy all the dumb things and you're stuck in a certain routines, you're stuck for life, man. Don't do that. One life. Do something. Happiness should be the best choice, not money. Money doesn't make you happy. Happiness can you bring a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. See you guys later.